Finding an example of abstract athleticism from our final guest, Mr. Ramiro Corbetta. So we're going to watch a quick trailer. So if you haven't played it yet, Hoker is a 2-on-2 match of a game that's never actually existed, but instantly feels like it always has. Let's look at it in action.
Orange number 1 taking it along the top of the grid, about halfway to the goal. Now number 2 comes up from the bottom, full speed towards the goal. Number 1 leaps around the defender, and 2 has a clear path straight ahead. Number 2 will mark the point.
I'm Ramiro Corbetta. I'm in Hoker, which is cooperate with the community. There's a lot of competition with the opponents, especially people who are basically yelling with their line. And I think it works. Real time, very simple, kind of an abstract, but incredibly deep, and a lot of skill, nuance, like really compelling and a lot of fun.
Oh, on the jump! Orange number 1 takes it off the bottom wall and catches it on the other side of the defender. I've never seen anything like it.
Ramiro Corbetta.
First of all, just to clarify, I'm in Rio here, and the Jesus is right here, but you can't see it. I promise I'm not just licking nothing. I'm licking Jesus. Oh, thank goodness. So, anyway, I was making a bunch of really kind of small games for myself, and the NYU guys approached me and asked me, well, they gave me some money. They commissioned me to make a game for No Quarter 2011. So, yeah, thanks to Matt and the fact that No Quarter exists, I started working on a game, and I did not work on this game at first. I had made part of this game, and it already basically worked, but I thought I needed to make something bigger and something that was, I don't know, more than this. So I spent about 6 weeks working on this other game, and when I finally got a chance to play test it, when I had put enough programming into it that it actually worked, I played it with my girlfriend and some friends, and it turned out that it completely sucks. So what Matt said earlier is completely false. If your game sucks, stop working on it, and go back to a much smaller game that you can never probably make much money or any money out of, and just say fuck it and make the game you want to make. And for me, the game was Hoker, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that I don't know if you guys know who Kunal Gupta is, but he's the guy who started Baby Castles. He's one of the guys, but he was kind of the original. He was the original guy with the idea. And we went to college together, and we made games together. And actually, the first game he ever showed at an art exhibit was a game that we had made together when we were at Columbia together. And when he started Baby Castles, I just saw this opportunity for a kind of this idea of showing games in the public space. And I've always, I mean, I like all kinds of games, and I like single-player games, but I've also always had this, like, I kind of prefer games that are about people and about how people interact with each other. And, I mean, a huge influence, and it's come up a couple of times, and it should come up all the time in terms of games, but the Copenhagen Game Collective guys, Doug Wilson and Lau and everyone else, those guys are fucking amazing. And when I played Button for the first time, I was just like, shit, games can be things that I didn't know games could be. And that influenced me a lot in Hoker. Hoker is a very different game, but these ideas of being games about the people playing them, and I really wanted people to yell at each other when playing Hoker. So you yell at your teammate a lot when you're playing. You're like passing the ball, and why the fuck did you do that? And why are you here? And then when you're done, you turn to the guys who just beat you, and you're like, you suck. You know, like, we're so much better. Or you say, that was bullshit, and the game is broken, and that's why you won. All that yelling, I think, is kind of missing from video games in a way. And I want I don't know, I play a lot of sports and I yell at people so much and it kind of gets something out. Like, it's the only time I'm ever violent and not like I'm hitting people, but not a very violent person. When I play soccer, I just like, I don't know, I get angry, and I want games that make people angry at each other. Yeah, I mean, Vegas is an awesome place for that, because it's a place where like there's a lot of people, and I play this all my games there, and it's a place that makes sense. So let me see if I forgot anything. That's about all that matters. So if anyone can make games that make people angry, please do. It's called Hokra because I needed to come up with a title. I'm originally from Brazil. I moved to America when I was 12. I'll still say USA, USA a lot. So I needed a title, and I was just looking at like native Indian Brazilian sports because there's a lot of really cool sounding words. And I found this word, it's Hokra, which is written with an R in Portuguese, and I just switched it to an H. It's this game, it's like this field hockey game that's played with coconut, and supposedly the toughest part about the game is that everyone's barefoot, so your ankles get completely fucked up when you play it. And it's not why I came up with this game at all. The game existed and was almost done, but I think it made sense, and I kind of like how the game sounds. And people make fun of me because it sounds like hooker, but it's Hokra. That's it. Thank you.
So that's the end of part 2. Thank you everybody who got up here and talked just now. Let's hear a warm welcome for them again.